Mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark. Daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do. Okay, sorry, I'm done. It's Friday, I gotta have a little bit of fun. Okay, so this is your homework help for your weekend. So you can do it today, you can do it Saturday, you can do it Sunday. Do it one of those days. So we did a really mini lesson in class. So they give you h of x equals 10x squared plus 4x minus 8. Actually, I guess I give it to you because I made up the homework. Okay, and then it says like solve for the given values. All right. So h of 0 equals what? And h of negative 1 equals what? Okay. So this means, see how there's an x here? And they replace it with a 0. That means x equals 0. X equals 0, and you're solving for h of x. So you're substituting 0 in for x and solving. So here we go. 10. And then substitute it in 0 squared. All I'm doing is substituting in 0 everywhere I see an x. Make sure you rewrite everything else. Plus 4. And then there's an x, so I substitute in my 0, and then minus 8. All right, let's move this way. Ouch. Okay. We'll come back to that one. So then we're still doing h of 0. 0 squared is 0 times 0, which is 0. 10 times 0, 0. Plus 4 times 0 is 0. And then rewrite minus 8. Don't forget about your negative. So then you have h of 0 equals 0 plus 0 minus 8. Negative 8. Okay, so that would be your answer. H of 0 equals negative 8. All right, and then h of negative 1. So let's switch this to negative 1. So now I'm substituting negative 1 in for x. X is equal to negative 1. So everywhere I see an x, I'm substituting in negative 1. Here, I'll color code it. Okay. So I'll have 10. And then there's an x. So I'm substituting in negative 1. And then make sure you square it. Oh, I didn't mean to do Christmas colors, but it's happening. And then plus, oh, wrong color. Plus 4x. So substitute in your negative 1. And then you just have minus 8. Okay? So I just made all my x values red. All right. So then just keep going. H of negative 1. Negative 1 squared. That's negative 1 times negative 1. So it turns into a positive 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 equals, your negatives cancel each other out, positive 1. So 1 times 10 is 10. Plus, wait, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 minus 8. Just rewrite the minus 8. Now, finally, you can combine everything. 10 minus 4 is 6. Minus 8, 6 minus 8 is negative 2. And that would be your answer. H of negative 1 equals negative 2. All right, I'm jumping to number 5. So number 5, they give you a quadratic equation, g of x equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 2. Okay, there's an A and the B. We're just going to do A first. So it says G of 0 equals 3. Is that true or false? So once again, 0 is inside the parentheses, just like the X is. So that means they're substituting 0 in for X. So they're saying X equals 0, X equals 0, G of X or Y equals 3. And G of X equals 3. You could also write Y here, Y or G of X. They're the same thing. So X equals 0, G of X slash Y equals 3. Is that true or false? Honestly, a couple ways you could do it. Easiest way, I think, is just substitute 0 in for X and see what you get. You could technically, no, we're doing it that way. You can also technically substitute 3 in for G of X and then solve for X, but it's a little bit more complicated. So here we go. So I'm going to go G of 0 equals, now I'm just substituting 0 in for X. So that's 2, substitute it in, 0 squared minus 4. There's an X, so substitute in 0, and then rewrite the plus 2. This. Like that. Okay. G of 0 equals 0 squared. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 2. Anything times 0 is 0. 0. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. And then rewrite your plus 2. So then G of 0 equals 0 and 0, so 2. So G of 0 equals 2. So back to our original question. G of 0 equals 3. Is that true or false? That is false. When X equals 0, Y equals 2. Or G of X equals 2. Not 3, so that is false. And then B just says, if it's false, solve for G of 0, which we did. So we just did B. So you kind of do them all together. All right, so it's false, and then it says solve for G of 0, which we did. So you are finished. Okay, and then you have, number 7. Gives you a table, and it asks what type of function, and what else does it ask? What type of function is it, and what is the maximum point? Ooh, that's a throwback to IM1, finding the maximum point. Okay, so first let's graph it. So you can't really graph on Canvas, so you just have to do it on a separate sheet of paper. Or try your best. Here we go. So when that's not a straight line. That's okay. Well, when I'm drawing my coordinate grid, I'm noticing that I don't have any negative y values. So I can just go like that. Because I don't have any negative y's. Okay. And then let's label it. Oh, I'm all in the negatives. Well, okay, hold on. I only have negative x values, so I'm going to draw it more like that. Okay. So this is, hopefully remember, this is our x-axis, this is our y, right? If you don't remember this, I always do x is flat, like it's on the ground, like x marks the spot. And y, my y thing is really kind of stupid. But okay, when you draw a y like this, that's a y, right? So the y-axis, like the y, goes up. Woo! X is on the ground, y goes up. Okay. Okay, so let's label it. All right, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, but we won't be over there. And then we have to get all the way up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go up to 5. That's 5. And this would be -1. Okay. There we are. And then you just graph the points. So -5, 0. When x is -5, y is 0. -4, 3. -4, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mine won't be perfect because I'm not using graph paper. -3, 4. -3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure. Like right there. And then -2, 3. -2, 3. So these are both 3. So they should be the same height. They're both at y equals 3. And then -1, 0. Ta-da! And then you would just connect your points to make a parabola. Parabola. It's spelled like parabola, but that's not how you say it. Parabola. Parabola. That's a weird word. Parabola. Parabola. No, don't say it like that. Anyways, connect all your points. And as far as we know, going on, oh, I missed one. It's going on forever that way. So there's your graph. Okay. Next thing, we have to say what type of function it is. Well, by graphing it, you can tell that it's a quadratic function. So quadratic. Because it makes a parabola. So it is quadratic. Okay, so you don't have to do what we've been doing in class. You can, where you find the first difference, the second difference, but you can just tell by looking at the graph. All right. Then the next question is, what is the maximum point? Maximum point means the highest point on the graph. So you're looking at your highest y value. What is your highest point on the graph? Your highest y value, right here. Boop. So that point is -3, 4. So you can write, do it right here, max. You can write it as a point. The maximum point is -3, 4. Or you can say the max is 4, the y value, when x equals -3. Right, so the max is -3, 4 right there. Or you can say the max is 4, this is 4, when x is equal to -3. All right. If you're good, then you're good. I'm going to do a couple other problems that are similar to the first 6 on your homework. Okay, so if you need more examples, you can keep watching me. If not, goodbye. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more homework problems because I do want you to practice on your own, but we'll just do one that's similar. Hopefully I don't make up one that's the same. Let's do 5x squared minus 2x plus 11. Okay. Oh, let's do f of x. F of x equals 5x squared minus 2x plus 11. And they say that, hold on 1 second. I'm going to pause you. Okay, sorry, I had to take time to actually figure it out before I make it a homework problem. So, and they say f of 3 equals 50. True or false? Bam. Oh, so, and then if it's false, we have to say what it actually is. Okay, so f of 3 equals 50. What does that mean? That means they're substituting 3 in for x, 3 in for the x. You see how there's an x here, and they put a 3 there? That means they're saying x equals 3, and f of x equals 50. Is that true? So we're going to substitute 3 in for x and see what we get. F of 3 equals 5, and then x squared, so substitute in your 3. 3 squared minus 2. Substitute in your 3. Everywhere you see an x, you're putting in that 3. Plus 11. And then you're rewriting everything else. All right. And then just keep on keeping on. F of 3 equals 3 squared. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 5 is 45. Negative 2. Don't forget about your negative sign. Negative 2 times 3. Negative 6. That was me looking at you for the answer. And then rewrite your 11. Plus 11. All right? Okay. So you're free to just combine all of these. So let's see. 45 minus 6, that's 39, plus 11. So f of 3 equals 50. Oh, look. So it is true. So we're done. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. If you need more examples, email me over the weekend or text me over the weekend, and I can send you more example problems of me doing examples or written on paper or something. Okay, enjoy your weekend. Do your homework.